What is up, guys? We are back. Andrew Santillo here, DobberHockey.com, coming at you with your Thursday, February 26th DFS report. I think we remember how to do this here. All right, what I'm leaning on today, I kind of want known entities coming off a long break because remember, in DFS, trends are your friends. I want things I can lean on. I'm kind of treating this like the beginning of the season. So with that, the first line I like on the board, it's Boston Bruins. It's the Boston Bruins top line. Look, the Bruins have 21 home wins so far on the season. That's top 3 in the league. They're going to be going up against a Columbus team that might start Elvis Merzlikins. That could be 4 goals on 24 shots. These two teams haven't played each other since 2024. Wild, I know. But still, if I'm going to go with Boston, it's going to be the top line, lock and load, fully correlated. You guys know what to do. Second line I like on the board tonight, again, trends are your friends. I've said it before. The hardest path that the Florida Panthers had to get to the Cup was the Toronto Maple Leafs. The 2 matchups so far this year, the Toronto Maple Leafs have won both games 4-1. Give me the Leafs here. I know they're on a back-to-back, but I like them going up against Sergei Bobrovsky, who was a little bit shaky before the break. If I'm going with Toronto, it's going to be some sort of 2-man, probably like Matthews Nylander, Matthews Domi. You could maybe add in Jake McCabe as a cheap defenseman. I wouldn't full stack either of the top 2 lines. Just the power play correlation thing with me. Plus, I'm getting a little bit cold feet throwing John Tavares into my lines. Third line I like, maybe not so much a line, but a team for my fillers. San Jose Sharks going up against the Calgary Flames. Calgary, one of the worst road teams on the season so far, but it's got to be Celebrini and add in maybe like a Tyler Toffoli, Eklund, Kiefer Sherwood was traded there, if you guys recall before the break. It's going to be some sort of 2-man stack. Get my filler from San Jose. Defense, have a few written down. Mort Seider looked great in the Olympics. I like him as an expensive option. Lane Hudson, Noah Dobson, either Montreal Canadian defenseman or both. In a lineup, I like a little bit. Adam Fox, that time off is only going to help him here tonight for the New York Rangers. For mid-tier guys, Colton Parayko, Darnell Nurse, should see a ton of volume. And for my cheap defenseman, I mentioned him already, Jake McCabe. Goaltenders, I only have 4 written down. I like Ilya Sorokin here a little bit. Vesna plus 115, plus 125. Book it. UC Saros, definitely in line for the win versus Chicago Blackhawks at home. Jacob Markstrom looked great in the Olympics. We know he's going to get the start because Jake Allen went on Wednesday. Should be an all right matchup for him versus the Pens. For single entry, I'm not crazy about this 4th goaltender, but if he makes your way into his MME, I don't mind Jake Reimer here. You know, first for Detroit, he should see some volume. Again, I'm not all in single entry, but in multiple, I think there's room for him. That's it for me, guys. Welcome back and good luck.